Hey, restaurant owner. I have the answer to your burning question. How do I work less in my restaurant business? Stay with me, and I'll share the answer with you in just a moment. I'm David Scott Peters, restaurant expert, coach, and creator of the Restaurant Prosperity Formula. And I've been coaching restaurant owners since 2003, and I'm really glad you're here to learn. Today, I want to answer your burning question, how do I work less in my restaurant business? But before I get into that, if you like tips and tricks like this, do me a favor, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and oh yeah, that bell so you're notified when my next video tip comes out. And for more tips and tricks for running a profitable restaurant, make sure you tune into my podcast, Restaurant Prosperity Formula, found on all the popular podcasting services. So David, how the heck do I work less in my restaurant? While the answer is simple, I'm not going to lie, it's going to take real work and dedication on your part. But rest assured, I can guarantee you that when you put the work in, you will have a minimum of 2 days off each week, time with your family, the ability to take vacations, and much, much more. Let me give you a few examples of my members who completely transformed their restaurants and their lives in the process. Avery went from burning the candle at both ends, working his pizza oven every Friday and Saturday night, to never being on the schedule, working from home, walking into the restaurant only when he has his manager meetings or when he wants to, and has a fully capable restaurant management team that is helping him explode his sales, his service, and profitability. How about Neely and Ryan went from owning 2 restaurants in a summer resort town that required them to work endless hours with a management team that couldn't make decisions without asking them questions. Heck, they were dicing tomatoes on a daily basis just to keep up with the business because the summer season was so busy. To today, where Ryan surfs every morning, goes into the restaurants to work on tasks he wants to work on, and Neely works from home, being able to spend time with her kids and explode their catering business. How about Matt? Matt went from stumbling every step of the way because his business went from a packaged goods store to a full-service restaurant out of necessity and making mistakes that cost him money and lots of time, requiring him to be in the restaurant on a daily basis, to now he works as a part-time physical therapist because he loves it, has a full management team in place with systems to ensure the restaurant runs the way he would run it if he was in the building, and has dinner with his family every night. Oh, did I mention he doesn't work any shifts in the restaurant? Still not convinced? How about one more example? How about Deja and Matt? They started a brewery that had a pizza oven just so people had something to eat. It exploded almost overnight into a full-service restaurant with incredible sales, but the restaurant was owning them. Deja decided she needed to leave her teaching job just to help manage the restaurant. All of this made it not only difficult to run a restaurant and a brewery, but they have young children at home who needed their parents. Well, today, Matt, who's also a CPA, was able to work this past tax season full-time. Deja was able to work on the major projects, from redoing the menu to implementing checklists and training systems, and take a couple family trips, all while her management team ran the restaurant the way they wanted it run, all while exploding their profitability. You get the picture, right? Yes, you can work less. Here's the exact formula they followed. They set goals because they needed to know why they wanted to put the work in. What was the ultimate goal of putting all this work in? They identified their leadership style and what they needed to work on because they know that being a restaurant leader was critical to their business. They implemented checklists for every position, from management to any position, opening, closing, side work checklists, to create a culture of close to open, that we close every shift 100% ready to open, to get rid of all the extra work and all the BS of people bitching and moaning about the AM or PM crew. Things now run smoothly. They learned the formula for successful delegation and how to hold their management team accountable because they needed to get the tasks off their plate and onto other people's plates and make sure they're doing them. They cleaned up their chart of accounts. Even though Matt was already a CPA, cleaned up the chart of accounts so that the numbers really meant something. See, there's no wrong chart of accounts, but I teach you exactly how to set it up to make the numbers mean something to you. They implemented systems from sales forecasting to tracking their DSR, invoice and paid out tracking, and a manager log, just to start the daily administration stuff that the managers would start taking over to ensure we were tracking the right numbers to make change in their business. They implemented a proactive plan for success called a budget. Critical to your restaurant is, what is your plan for success? What systems are you going to put in place? How quickly are you going to put it in place? And what results are you going to get? They implemented systems to reduce waste, reduce theft, and have their managers order on a budget. Instead of just fixing all their problems by writing a check, hey, we need all this food, they put their managers on a system to reduce the theft, to prevent theft, I should say, right? Because it's still going to happen. Reduce waste, stop the dumbass mistakes, and order on budget, which means if I need to go over budget, they find what the problem is, fix the problem, then ask for permission, and then you get to control your bank account, freeing you up to do other things. They implemented systems to schedule on budget. See, they already had scheduling software, but that's just happy horseshit, right? You get to copy one schedule to 1 week to the next, and you think you're done. It had nothing to do with sales. It had nothing to do with efficiencies. Now they tell their managers, based on a budget, here's how many hours and dollars they have to spend. And oh, when you write the schedule, it goes right next to your schedule variance report, what I call a labor discrepancy finder. And when you're over budget, managers must reduce those hours or come up with a plan to get back on budget and ask for permission. See, you just don't post the schedule, bringing everybody in and praying you're busy, wasting your money. You're going to learn to stagger start and so on. They implemented a budget tracking system. They wrote their core values out and started working on their organizational chart. Just like the big companies out there, it doesn't matter how small you are, you're still a business. The short answer is, all these people put into place the foundational systems that ensure you'll have a management team that follows your systems, your process, your way, with accountability to those systems, thereby creating a business where you, the owner, get to lead the business, work on budgets, work on marketing, work on developing your management team, and moving the business forward, thinking strategically. If you want to follow in their footsteps, go to my website, davidscottpeters.com, and click on the link in the upper right-hand corner, which says, watch my free video series. Or click on the link in the description below if you want to fast track it. This will give you the opportunity to set up a discovery call. I'll give you a video series, a lesson that is going to help you go down the right path, but you can get on on a Zoom call with us, and we're going to learn more about your business, what your challenges are, tell you what we do, and we can see if this program might be right for you. If you want to have the same results as my members I just described, you can. You can do it on your own, or you can get on a discovery call today. If you're tired of not being able to leave your restaurant because no one else knows how to run it, I want to make sure you know it doesn't have to be that way. You can leave your restaurant. It is possible to build a team of people who know how you want the restaurant to run, with trained and responsible people in place. You can give yourself time away. What would you do if you had time away from your restaurant? Would you sleep better? Would your relationships improve? Would you feel more relaxed? These are all things you deserve to experience as a business owner. It's why we own our own businesses. If you would like to learn how to own a restaurant that doesn't depend on you to be successful, click the link in the description to watch a free video to learn exactly what you have to do. Also, be sure to subscribe to get my weekly tips and watch these 2 videos to get more information and guidance for running a successful restaurant.